Thank you to everyone who makes this channel possible by supporting the habit at patreon.com/dosabuckley, so that 15 years in, I can still do new things. Like tear apart a Kanye song. Let's go. This is Musical Autopsy. Doc Buckley's back in the musical morgue, and today on the table, it's a song from an artist I've talked about on this channel a ton of times, but have never, in nearly 15 years now, reviewed one of his songs. It's Kanye West, with Dolla and two of his other friends, and a chanting crowd of Inter Milan fans. Carnival.
Way too rich to drive a Rolls. Made $1 million out the stove. She let her put it in her nose. Pretty bitch with white toes. I done put it on all the bros. I done put her in the rose. I done put up in the ghost. I done reached all my goals.
So right off the bat, we're treated to Rich the Kid, telling us how he's got too much money to drive a Land Rover anymore. Then instead, he drives a Rolls-Royce Ghost that also doubles as a mobile hotel room that he uses to have sex with a cocaine addict that he, if I'm translating this correctly, also has allowed his friends to fornicate with as well. It's the same old tropey schlock we always seem to get from rap songs that hit #1, which at this point has to say more about the audience than the rappers. But what perhaps makes this worse this time around is that it's rapped over such a well-produced beat. This song is giving me Power or Jesus Walks vibes. Just this pulsing, driving beat with what sounds like a stadium full of people, but I'm told is like maybe 10 or so fans. Like if this comes on at the gym, it makes you feel like you can squeeze out an extra rep, run a little faster, get so lost in your workout that you forget to even film it for TikTok. I'm being serious. I love this. The instrumental is incredible, and it's wasted on edgelordy lyrics like this.
Pull up with Yeezy and Dolla sign. I'm all about business, I'm man to man. Pull up in the trees like Caliban.
Actually, it's a myth that Eric and Dylan wore trench coats, and actually just wore t-shirts and cargo pants on the day of the shooting. But ooh, a Columbine reference in 2024. Man, take that, victims of a 25-year-old tragedy.
She brought it like she's facts. We turn up to the max. I whop her from the back. I gave that bitch a cramp.
Here, Dolla $ein informs us that a woman has sex with him in the style of Six Flags. So, she had to wait in line for an hour for 3 minutes of relatively disappointing jostling that gave her motion sickness. He also says that he gave that bitch a cramp. So remember, ladies, always stretch before you have intercourse with a man with a neck tattoo and dreads.
Go, 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 go. Head so good, she honorable. She ride a dick like a carnival. I done did the impossible.
Was the impossible that you done did rhyming honor roll with carnival? Anyway, I wanted to highlight all the lazy sexual innuendo in the song before we got to the main event, Kanye's verse, who's only got 12 lines in the entire 4.5 minutes of his own song.
This the Game of Thrones, Yeezy not the clones. Elon with my rocket ship, it's time to go home. They served us the porn since the day we was born.
I don't know if that's an excuse or what, this idea that they, the powers that be, forced porn on you since the day you were born, but you have the power to stop that, Kanye, at least in your own music, and you choose instead to still shill this lifestyle of bitches and money, giving your fans the unrealistic idea of sex in Rolls Royces and women that'll ride the dick like a carnival, that this is what they should be living for. And then, for some reason, you compare yourself favorably to sexual predators.
Anybody pissed off? Gotta make a drink the urine. Now I'm Ye Kelly, bitch. Now I'm Bill Cosby, bitch. Now I'm Puff Daddy Rich. That's me, to me, rich.
R. Kelly and Bill Cosby were both tried and convicted of sex crimes, and Puff Daddy is currently dealing with 4 separate lawsuits. And Kanye, who famously once tweeted, "Bill Cosby innocent," even though Bill, in court, has admitted to drugging women to have sex with them, identifies with these men. Kanye is Bill Cosby. He is R. Kelly. He is Puff Daddy. He's proud to tell you this. And yet, how can you be surprised when it's Kanye, a man who walks around covered head to toe in some sort of black bodysuit, parading his new wife that looks suspiciously like his old wife around in what basically appears to be a dry cleaner bag?
What she said my dick? And she said she ain't said my dick. She gon' take it up the ass. like a ventriloquist.
Then, of course, we get him claiming that he's been falsely accused of something, at which point he then says she's going to be anally violated like a ventriloquist. Now, you guys know I don't like to be pedantic here, but the ventriloquist doesn't take it up the the puppets do. If it was the other way around, I feel like Jeff Dunham's comedy would be a lot angrier. But I suppose he needed to preserve the incredible rhyme of sucked my dick and ventriloquist.
I'm the new Jesus, bitch. I turn water to Chris. This for what they did to Chris. They can't do shit with this. Got my kids in a fake school. We ain't.
And in his final lines, he calls himself the new Jesus. Lots of Christian values in this song. Defends his wife-beater friend Chris Brown. And complains that Kim Kardashian has sent his children to a fake school, with zero irony about the fact that he opened up an actual fake school, the Donda Academy, a unaccredited Christian private school in which 2 teachers claim they forced children to eat sushi off the ground, weren't allowed to bring their own food, had no janitorial staff, and didn't allow classes on the 2nd floor because Kanye was, quote, afraid of stairs. The man is an absolute lunatic. They say all great artists are. Van Gogh cut his own ear off. Tchaikovsky is thought by some to have intentionally given himself cholera to end his own life. And Edvard Munch is believed to have had borderline personality disorder. Not sure where anyone would have got that idea. If they were alive today, would they also wrap themselves in a black sleeping bag and admit to being a Nazi in front of a visibly disturbed Alex Jones? We can never know for sure.
Go, 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 go. Hair so good, she honorable. She ride a dick like a carnival. I done did the impossible.
You know, as a former Carny, I can tell you this song is kinda like a carnival ride. From a distance, it looks like a lot of fun. You're drawn in by the sounds, the lights. Then you get up close and you see that the guy who put it together and operates it looks like an escaped mental patient who keeps sharing his strange opinions with anyone who will listen. But if you can just get that out of your head, separate the ride from the ride operator, it probably is a lot of fun. And what's the worst that could happen, right? This is Musical Autopsy. Bag it and tag it.